Okay. Assuming Collie, we're just backing up a bit and just going. Okay. Oh.
The BMW can go 3 laps.
Whose is your sweater on?
No, my sweater's not on. It's cold.
No, he's not.
No, it's fine. No, again. 3 laps.
Has he raced with us before? Is your sweater
on?
Never seen it before.
Okay.
Wow, it came in at end of race time. I didn't even know you could go that high.
It's not like anybody's was gonna beat Kiwi anyways, you know. It's kind of a lost cause to join the BMWs.
Exactly.
I mean, having his art car say slow on the side has the exact opposite effect that the actual art car did, which made it slow when it said fast. So.
Oh, did you like running that cat chair? Jesus.
I could just imagine. I can just imagine just seeing this bright gold Bentley.
He joined the party now.
I don't think he's in the party. Oh no, he's right.
Oh, yeah. He's playing, yeah. What the hell? I know. Yeah. I just had my internet.
Jesus Christ. Is that a bomb going off?
That was me.
That's what it sounded like.
I may mute my mic while I blow my nose.
No one's gonna run the Z4.
Yeah.
Casey's coming. Yeah, I saw him in the party.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
We're about to do qualifying. Just start off the back of the field and do a practice lap or what we do. Ours, you're welcome. Yeah. Alright, so are you gonna do that or do you want to? I'll okay. I can actually.
You can't?
Really? That's weird. That's probably because you must be connected on your line for connecting. Yeah. That's weird. This is Xbox Live Chat. Yeah, that is Xbox fucking Xbox Live L.
Turn on controller.
We have enough people, I think, that we can say it sounds like you're not like you can't hear everyone.
What?
Yeah,
This-
this,
this
so this
show
is.
when
I didn't know this was the. I forgot it was the Road Atlanta series.
Nice hearing your voice, I'm here. And I'm not gonna lie down. Great.
And the question is, what build
You know
do
what-
I use?
Jesus.
That's the greatest I've done at this time. Like that. Put the record straight off mine.
What PI should I have for this? Oh, I got plenty of those.
I don't like that all the 235 eyes are running Floofy's tunes, and I'm running my own.
Hey, strategy. But you find out Lucas Chambers. No guts, no.
Oh my, I would cry.
I guess to go 3 laps.
Yeah, I'm almost there.
Yeah, I'll take a pass.
How'd you end up getting the BMW in the 3rd lap? I think it was
On
Why?
coasting.
Oh, okay. I couldn't get it to go 3.
Oh, so,
I just cared about drivability.
oh, so
I don't think
fuck
you could
shit.
go over 100 miles per hour and still not make it.
Oh, this version of the ring. That's right. That's why I wasn't going to do it. Oh well, whatever.
Go big or go home.
Which Corvette to use? So many.
How many
Everybody
Corvettes
thinks
do you
it's right
have?
So far, it's gotta be a shit.
Of the C7Rs, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Why?
10, 11, 12,
Why?
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 of them. They all have different paint jobs.
Yeah, PCs ain't dope.
Do you have any Corvettes in your? I mean, do you have any cars in your garage that aren't a Corvette?
Yes.
Well, he's met the shitpost criteria.
Because he was driving the Chevy IndyCar. Still a Chevrolet, so it's okay. Biggins not readied up on my screen.
I'm readied up.
You'll have to reset fours after qualifying.
I don't even know what's... Oh, this is probably my Le Mans tune, actually.
Switch up my car, and I haven't gone a lap with it yet.
Well,
I have a Le
Because I'm
Mans
an
set up
idiot,
at
I
the
never factored the
Nurburgring,
GP
so
loop.
this will be fun.
Well, they're all different types of training. I'm using the trail stuff. Remember you got
And ladies.
and Kiwis. Well, that's one.
But then, there's no guarantee that it'll have the same fuel advantage in Forza 7. Yeah.
I love when I back up to get a running start and then I go off immediately.
Quite a bit.
Depends how trophy trucked out your ride height is.
Oh, we went at 60k. Shit.
In the GC Corvette, the trick is to, with the inside tires, ride the tallest part of the curve with the tires. Don't try and straddle it. Believe it or not. No, it's just that, like, that's the way that upsets the car the least. I found.
Controller pet reloads. The fuck?
No.
Maybe it
Oh,
will be busy.
crap. Never mind my clean lap.
You're still clean?
True. Just wanted to add it back.
And you do have that extra lap of fuel.
It's only 2 laps.
Yeah, I know,
Oh, you
but
mean
the actual
race.
race.
Yeah, I backed up to get a run and then I immediately went off on turn 1.
Oops.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm going to try to control it. It's not damn it.
I can have a...
Curbs don't move.
Was that your setup that you were trying out during the N24 itself? Because I don't recall you having that much issue with curbs then.
Rip.
Oh, yeah. I start my own party and then leave my party and come back to this one when I have. Well, I fix it. Kiwi, I was gonna ask, how's the tune treating you? On that tune, by the way, shift to 6 for like a third of the way down, dotting your hoe.
So, with your tune, how fast do you go down that part?
Do not remember, honestly.
220? Like, Oh, okay.
I think he
yeah.
means kilometers.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's...
I know I did a 930 at BMW too.
So what are the rules for this series again in the race?
Feeling tires, right?
I have one request. I have one request as the BMW driver.
A Top Gear episode. Poor driving may end.
That was a good episode.
I would like for the GT3 cars to, you know, say when they're coming from pretty far back if they can.
Oh yeah, we're pretty good about that, usually.
He said DT3, he said Cherry, you don't have to warn him. Oh.
So this series started off with just the Pro and the AM GT cars, then you added the BMWs later? Oh, okay.
Look,
Oh,
I've watched a lot of racing today.
he's invisible to me still, so I didn't even know he was there.
Plus, I figured I'd rather get the chance to do that now.
BDJ and Cher are still within like 100 feet of each other.
Ooh.
It's not like you're gonna
That's
have
the
a
dirty
clean lap
lap.
here. Yeah, okay.
My first lap was cool. Made sure of it.
I'll catch back up. Not that it matters, it'll be a dirty lap.
Yeah, Cal, what kind of lap?
Did he have a total disconnect?
I hate that sun.
Plankton, you know why the sun never sets on the British Empire? Because the sun isn't real. It doesn't exist.
Wait, is this a Truman Show situation? Good night.
Holy shit.
Oh. Impressive.
Well, I'm glad I got that recorded.
Yeah, I rolled there before I raced. By the way, guys, I'm still
Langdon, I
30 feet
feel like we had a
okay.
conversation about that.
Formula Viper up here is tight.
No! God.
Mine's pretty much the tune I used for Le Mans last weekend.
So I'm assuming Floofy is the pro and everyone else is the AM.
Luffy and DJ are pro. Chair. And Mac if he was here.
Yeah, Chair's only a couple hundred feet behind us, actually.
Wait, Plankton, you're an AM? So am I.
I have no idea how I'm going to pass anyone.
I don't know what this section of the track's called.
We're not going to be lapping them very often.
How many of them are there?
Oh, they do have.
I mean, it'll take us 6 or 7 laps.
There's only
to
3 of
lap,
us.
in theory.
That's half the race. No, don't.
That's true.
Yeah, we can go 3. I hate my life.
Oh, that was so close to being dirty.
DJ's got my number.
Starting in the back of the 3-person field isn't all that bad.
No! Damn it! Oh. That flat out section going up to mini carousel, yeah, I went just a little bit off. And I was minus 4.6.
Oh.
My problem is Viper can take it flat, but it tries to drift the whole thing at the same time. Well, no, you can. It's just trying to kill you. I'm minus 4.9 keeps going on. God damn it.
Nevada, I think the Jag's booty might have you beat for width.
Oh, it was a 26-2. Yeah, it's
Might have to switch to a different paint job.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and do the same thing and do the weight reduction.
I meant to include my audio and hit the wrong button. Sorry.
Is So still online, or did he get totally disconnected?
General So.
Best keep.
So CT is starting Vidpack because clean lap.
Oh, are those the only people that accept? Oh. So I'm technically starting second. That's cool. I'm what? Yeah, I just broke. I just saved 10 seconds off my practice time, you know, beat Fluky in qualifying. Well, I'm still trying to beat the top people. Because you can make 4 groups, I think.
Yeah, but if it's separate groups, then he'll be in his own group, so he'll never be seeing anybody's position.
Oh, that's true.
Race
everyone.
Overall win, damn it.
Race everyone.
I just want to beat the BMWs.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was doing a weight reduction. So what's the deal? Is there gonna be like Pros and then AMs and then the BMWs on the starting grid? Okay, good. Because I didn't want to start 5th.
There we go. We're doing.
Full pace lap.
Oh,
We're going into
out
the
of the
chicane.
right-hander? Yeah. Single file then? Or double? It's gonna be fun through the chicane. Ooh.
I mean, it can't be as bad as turn 1, so.
Are we gonna make any sort of gap between the pro and the AM cars, or is it... Am I like right at the back of the pros? Okay.
I'm open to bribes if you want me to.
Should I use my Tora Spa setup, even though I don't remember what it is?
Oh, me. Yeah, I can't see Vigan. I'll reset Forza. Thanks for reminding me.
Disgusting. This is gonna be ugly.
Oh, yeah, you're involved.
Zing.
Hey, we don't have ruthless.
King of the broken headlights.
Are we
Okay.
giving the BMWs an extra point for every GT they overtake on the first lap?
Are Nevada and Sweater readied up?
Kiwi, just remember, we can do 3 laps.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
How many laps can the GT
Ben.
cars do?
I'm gonna tweet
Hey, you put the car in the
tweet
series.
Dan Grinewald about that right now.
I'm.
The first time that I've been somewhere organized, we spread our thing. Everybody go to Discord and we retweet the at Greenwall and at Penna telling them to add the
No.
The Delta Wang.
Everybody do it. Everybody do it.
Do it. Yes.
Wait,
The
which version of-
ambiguously
which
gay.
Make
version
sure
of
it's
the
black.
Delta Wing? Which version of the Delta Wing?
Hopefully the
Good
newest
question.
one. The Nissan ones were ugly. As much as I love Nissan, they made a really ugly car.
I would take the Seat, and I'd take the 26. Easier to
Yeah, by not having it in the race.
Shoot.
Is that a grill?
Braille.
What is grill?
Girl's a girl.
Dark sister, what?
Hannah's got their first GT4 win. At Road America.
Yay!
Sweet.
Spoilers. God.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, Bentley,
Well,
welcome.
Speaking of
apparently the
spoilers,
Bentleys won
who
at
plans
the,
to keep it?
6 hours of Power Card.
And Pirelli World
Oh, they
Challenge.
did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Adderley Fong finally doing something good.
Well,
He is.
alright, I mean, in fairness.
No, he drives for Absolute, doesn't he?
No. I'm waiting for a glorious race leader to sort availability out. No pressure. It's no biggie.
Wait, what? No, I saw it. It's not confirmed yet. Like I'm checking. But oh wait.
Nope.
No.
No. Okay. It is DJ followed by Chair. Followed by Plankton, followed by Cap, Bacon, Bottom.
No.
Oh wait, I should also be ahead of the bottom. Yeah, you should. Sorry. Biggin followed by B, followed by Nevada, followed by Casey, followed by Squateron, and then CT, followed by Alpha, followed by. Oh wait, no, that went backwards too. Alpha. Wait, Alpha here?
No, mine was dirty.
Okay, so is your Squateron? You should be ahead of Casey. You should be behind like 8 tenths of a lap. Oh yeah. Is Squateron behind?
Yes, it is on.
Alright. So Casey got that?
Oh! Hold on, it's not letting me spectate. Stop. There we go.
In the name of love?
Before you break the stream.
That's Step. Where R. Kelly.
Step in the name of love.
Exactly, Casey. Thanks.
It's the only words I know in that song.
Oh, so since Plankton is on pole, and there's only 3 guys in pro, is Plankton going to be directly behind Chair or next to Chair?
He'll be next to Chair.
Okay, I don't have the outside going into the chicane.
Rip.
Well, I was going to ask.
You mean DJ?
Just assumes. Oh, here we go. Listen. And now we see the field Caparossi with the purple and with blue and orange. Looks pretty good.
Oh dear God.
Why Kiwi Chris is very slow at the front. So is Alpha Lead in sort of a Turner look. And now we have the most beautiful art car ever made. Look at those cheeks. Oh, kind of skip past the Porsche there.
Golden
A
Brexit
big fat
mobile.
piece of shit.
Wow!
Now, oh, here we go. Go backwards. Ah, yes.
Patrick.
The Dempsey car. And now again, the shiny piece of shit. A Gran Turismo car. Get rid of it. Ooh.
Goes
The
to show
lovely
you can
pink
polish a
purple.
turd.
Yet another BMW. The Jaguar. The Jazz, as they say.
It's a
another
You
VW.
can't tell
Look
what
at
this Porsche says, but it looks white and pink, which is good. And then the cheater car. And in the back, where he belongs, bringing up the rear, the DJ. Vita Vita Vici.
So I guess everybody's just gonna manually order.
Don't move.
No, not move.
Let's go single file until we get to this last couple turns of the S's.
Oh god. Sorry,
Oh, rip.
BMW guy that didn't move.
Hooray for no damage.
Yeah. Yeah, I just assumed everyone was rolling and I wasn't looking. That's my fault.
I'm a dirty this
Honest,
lap.
you're in front of me.
Is that odds in class or odds overall?
Overall. You can do whatever they want. BMWs go through
BMWs.
like it's Indy.
No. Nothing.
Oh, I'm guessing they're the S's where it says Michael Schumacher on the sign.
And leave some gaps because chicane is going to be tight.
Yeah.
Am I going on the left or right, Thomas?
Be careful in the chicane. What's the pace speed? 60?
Yeah, at the yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to
Alright, so we're up to speed now,
not.
right?
What's happening?
Amazing start.
We're going now, so.
Okay.
I mean, it seems to have worked out well enough.
Teal.
Oop, sorry, Cap.
That looked remarkably successful, considering.
Ooh,
Can confirm
big
that
motherfucker
past
shot
us. You also need to get past him still.
I just want everyone to get mesmerized by the beautiful eyes on the side of my car. I really should have switched to a high downforce setup.
I feel like I'm gonna spend half this race driving in the middle of the road so I don't get fast.
Don't worry about Aero Wash.
Yeah, Aerowash is kind of a bitch.
I mean, I'm closing on DJ pretty quick, so Formula Lifer might have a crash.
I gotta see this.
Oh, yes!
Whoa! TJ is off.
Formula Viper is no more. Formula Viper is dead.
It's fine.
Actually, knowing DJ, he'll catch up pretty quick. Formula Viper shall be regained.
I did for like a split second.
Nevada, that Bentley is so squirrely.
I know
Jack
you're
can
light on
do
the
it.
ring, and I do not wish to die.
Alright, Cher, I'm gonna need you to play some good defense here.
So,
Oh yeah, I can tell. Okay. Kind of like that.
I know it's technically the last race, but what position gets you automatically bumped to pro? Okay, so like, no pressure to anyone running pro right now, but if you DC, I'm gonna be so pissed.
There
Oh, in
still
that
is
case, you can
another
all
season,
just
though.
totally crash, that's cool.
Yeah, no beating off pros. It's not allowed.
I think the way it works, if I get 4th and we're tied, rip.
That's right, goddammit.
Yeah, Chair did that, and I missed races / rage quit Bathurst. Chair, keep him behind you.
Yes, I don't have more of them.
I'm relying on you, man.
I wish I could focus on 2 things at once, because you got the top 3 here in the, well, the top 3, and then you got Casey, Sweater, and Figgin and...
God damn it.
I think
Cow,
so.
slow down, give me some draft, please.
Oh god.
I need it.
God damn it.
Take him out!
Let's get a good launch.
Wow.
I would have been in your draft, but I would be in your draft right now, but in that last corner I just barely dipped a wheel into the grass.
Look at Chair leading Spec Viper.
Come on, Jag. There's no top end. This sucks.
Welcome to my world. Yeah, don't you hit like 190? Yeah,
in the prototype.
in the Mercedes we were running at 4, we hit 193.
KC, I'm on your right.
Yep.
It's okay, I can use Viper brakes here.
Now you gotta fight up DJ again.
Oop!
Sorry.
Casey, I'm not trying to push you out there. I was trying to regain control.
No.
Oh shit, wait, we're doing a lap number. Can actually work a strategy out.
What strategy? You have to pit every third lap.
But it's 17 laps, so I got one in hand.
The strategy is to learn how to drive faster.
Must go faster, must go faster. Oh god. Big old hunk of shit.
How's the back battle going?
Giggity.
In front of me is Sweater.
Here we go.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I tapped the grass there.
That was just a little spooky.
Only lost a couple seconds, so. No,
Oh
I
god,
was
through the
busy
grass.
stopping myself from being sideways.
Good work, Chair. Keep it up.
Yeah, let's.
It's almost like it has prototype style arrow.
Nope. I'll have you know I repainted my car yesterday and retuned it today, and it worked.
When in doubt, make another paint job. It's my
Go
motto.
faster stripes, yo.
Did anyone cut a speed hole in so they could tap on their starter if needed?
Well, those are Riley's.
They're not the Orca Vipers.
Oh.
It's Riley.
No, they're not. Ours are both
No,
the Dodge
not.
Viper.
It's an Orca paint though.
Oh, DJ's painted, yeah.
I thought that was a Larva paint scheme.
Let me know when you're nearing on Sweater.
Wait, fuck.
I have a
Larva,
Larva paint
why?
scheme too. Sort of.
There you go, that's better.
How's the?
Whoa! Did Floofy get tail happy? I didn't see because of the camera.
Breeze.
You know who I love the most though is Tracy Crone. Even with his name off the team, still good for a whole bunch of spins.
How's the M&W race coming?
Whoa, chair.
No, they still had the brake.
Oh,
It was still
sure.
that was what was weird. I saw the bright green car off in the thing, and I was like, well, that looks like the Crone car, but it's called something else. And then it said
that
driver,
shiny
Tracy
flag
Crone.
on it was throwing me off.
Mike,
DJ's got the slower Viper
maybe.
straight line.
maybe.
He's running more arrows than me for sure.
No.
Yeah.
final lap dive bomb up the inside of a Bentley in a corner that you know will never work. Yep, checks out.
You know what the worst feeling is? When you accidentally break for a corner that you didn't need to, and you lose a bunch of momentum.
Sure.
You know, the worst feeling
When you
is
don't
doing
break for
that
a corner,
every
you-
single lap at Silverstone because the new turn 1 looks just like the old turn 1 when you approach it.
You know what really fucks me off?
God.
Mom.
Oh.
Wow.
Ooh. Or Texas. Went there. What are you gonna do about it?
Oh god.
Couches to the
Crap.
wall.
God damn it.
I just hit over
He's
the wall.
distracted though.
Woo, I'm the viewer.
You have a
I
viewer?
have-
Fuck you.
I have 3.
Fuck you.
What? What did I do?
Oh yeah.
Well, the thing
we
is,
were talking
I don't
about
have
his
any-
sister.
I don't have any voice chat in the Twitch stream because it's coming from the Xbox and not from the computer.
Who was it that downvoted Darkzer when he said he was going to be at his grad party?
Wait,
I'm
it
pretty
shouldn't
sure
be
he
an upvote.
downvoted. Pretty sure he downvoted me when I said in before Darkster dive bomb for the Oppa Le Mans race.
But then everyone else upvoted it, so it was okay.
No, he didn't.
No. He was gonna.
Didn't he put a suggestion up once about like party chat rules and it got downvoted to
Did you
oblivion?
wipe out?
Probably.
Cheer, did you wipe out a little bit? It was just the section. Okay.
Yeah, but at the most recent RIPA, we learned that it's actually Dark's mic.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's awkward.
Wait, what happened?
So Dark's mic had a lot of background interference from a fan or something.
Oh, in Ripple, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't even know what went on in the chat during that time because I ran like all 3 races without my headset on. I was really trying to focus on that track.
Oh yeah, sorry for that little bump that we had at one point in the race.
Are you talking about the one
Where I
where I
kinda-
kind of got sandwiched between you and Flood when Flood was trying to rejoin?
Yeah, and I kind of ran a little wide.
Yeah. I was also being boneheaded about really trying to pass you. And so it just got ugly in that final turn.
In relation to carousels.
Or kilometer markables because there's like 20 of them.
Nodding your hoe.
What did you call me?
He called your daughter a
I
hoe.
called you a doddering old hoe, is what I called you.
Why? That's what I do.
Alright, Thomas is making a strategic stop. I don't have to
That's what
stop,
Sir
so you
Robin
don't have to
does.
stop.
Oh.
Ooh.
His ancestors are Sir Robin.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, you see,
Battle
I'm
Hastings,
actually
1066,
Italian,
it's
and I'm going
French.
to change to pro halfway through.
Makes sense.
We just have platinum and gold driver and all that kind of stuff rating, and just set up requirements for who's allowed to team up. Platinum and gold or gold and all that. Pretty good. I have no idea what Axel is, and I'm at best maybe silver. So.
It's alright, Team Schnitzer BMW is going to take it.
Hang on, is it Team Schnitzel or Team Schnitzer?
Their driver suits are lederhosens.
Team Apple Strudel. I still don't know if I'm going to join in on it or not.
Is Team Shithouse already taken?
I have the team name and the paint jobs already done.
I think I accidentally put mine in as team.
Applications are open for Team Flying Lizard Porsche.
Wow.
Oh. Shots fired.
And I mean, I'm probably available for the last 3, so go
And you
plug
walk
yourself.
on the rest of them.
Oh fuck!
Whoa,
fuck, fuck,
Fluby.
fuck, okay.
I just caught that.
There's a lot of brown in the pants.
Many boobs. He kind
I
of
got
slid through the
loose
kink.
going into the kink on the back straight. Yeah.
You guys are already on the back straight?
Yep, I'm going to the carousel now.
Oh, okay.
And I was on pace for a 24 flat before that.
So, Cow, AMG, Bill, Len.
Is there a 25% handicap?
The Camaro build has 2 different weight reductions listed. So I figured.
Oh, fun.
advanced math.
Corey did that a shit ton for the Apo Lamar.
If it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid.
Are we going to see the Viper pass on the straight?
Nope.
So, show of hands, who still has the wing?
I'm not raising my
Only
hand.
the Viper has very
Yes, I
sturdy
do.
wings.
I have my wing.
Amazingly, the Jag still has the wing.
Quick, somebody knock it off. Ah, crap.
We have to pit, don't we?
Hey, cow, guess you just ran wide again at that corner.
Well, 26 feet between first and second after 3 laps. Going well. Chair, I think you were about 1100 or 11 to 1300 on the straight. Oh man, DJ's pit crew's better than mine, that's no fair. He came out right inside me.
No, that's another
He
thing.
came right inside.
Okay, that's unnerving. My pit box is like right at the end of the pit lane. Definitely thought it was just go right straight through.
Let's drive through penalty.
Oh, 200
He's too far
feet
behind.
between my pit exit.
Plankton, did you fall off?
No, I had to pit. Captain go an extra lap because fuck him.
Alright.
You can give that extra lap to us.
I mean, if you strategize this right, you could do pretty well. For one less stop.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna beat you. You have a little more pace than me, but I'll probably, if I have a clean race, I'll probably beat Captain.
My goal isn't even to not come last, because I know I'm going to come last. I have no idea what my goal is for this.
Why would I do that? Three instead of 5, what?
I don't think that's how Forza
I
works.
don't know, that would be a bit too much of a stretch. I think it would be faster just to take the pits off. Because I would need to save like 12% fuel over rest of the pit.
He's really getting you in those turns.
I would.
Quite a bit as well.
Yeah, Sweater was not a whole lot slower than me. What, like maybe 100 feet per lap.
What's he in?
It's a Porsche.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing
Yeah,
pretty
he's
good.
in the... No, he stopped. He's 1,000 feet in front of me.
Did I mention that I really like the ring? Not like
God
DJ
damn it.
levels of liking the ring.
I was expecting a
I'm pretty
flood
sure in
style
some countries
Porsche
DJ
power
could
yell.
legally marry the ring. But I think you would like
Oh my goodness,
put the ring on
Plankton.
Sabine Schmitz and just call it good.
Oh, you saw that promo.
Yeah, I did. It was an interesting recovery, though. 10 out of 10.
I haven't liked the ring since PGR too.
I done my initial D joke on that.
What do you mean?
Oh no, I lost.
I don't think
stayed
he
on track.
gave me
I just
time for
drifted
that
the
at
arse
all.
out.
He just, his ass end kicked out, and he did an interesting, you know, pedal press recovery on it. And it
Probably
just
my
kind of
favorite.
slid through.
Probably my favorite initial D meme is the one where somebody's playing like a flight simulator game and they're in a helicopter, and every once in a while they just kick the helicopter sideways and it starts playing initial D.
DJ, go away.
Around 1400. It varies between 1000 and 1400.
Hey Cap, if we work together, we can pull away.
Hey, I'm running the Teku livery, and I watched that accelerators movie. They were trying to draft, but it didn't work out. You know, you got to stay in the groove, and that's what'll keep you in.
Lol, we're not going for that.
By stay in the groove, I mean drive right in the middle of the track.
Need to do in order to make a fast lap time is you gotta hit every apex just right.
Well, I mean, in what Cher was referencing, not hitting the apex had some pretty deadly consequences. I mean, one guy who didn't do it wound up having a robot arm.
No, I'm
by the
just
end of the
waiting
last
for Plankton
movie.
to bitch about Alan McNish.
Oh, okay, I'll do it.
You gotta talk about sector times for that one to happen.
Yeah, I'll have you know that Sector 2 was where he set his best Sector 2 time. I mean, at least when Murray Walker fucked up, it was good. Alan McNish's is retarded. Audio is included. Lol.
I mean, do you not remember 2011?
I like him during the Le Mans commentary.
Lol, what?
Hey,
Well, you
planes
see,
are
if you
faster
no
than
longer
cars,
go-
they don't use wheels.
Not dive bomb the Ferrari.
But if you no longer go for a gap that exists, you're no longer a racing driver according to like every
Because you're out of the
account.
race.
All good.
Was there touching?
Some touching happened, but I literally did not feel it. I think my car's made a silly buddy.
He's having a little bit of an off there, Plankton.
Oh, and did I miss Plankton passing Cap? Dang it.
I was in the grass.
Oh.
This isn't.
I mean, I had him behind me, but I don't think I'm holding him up all that much.
Nah, no, wasn't too bad actually. Cal, what's the gap for you and Cap right now?
Oh, well, it's about to be shorter than it was. There we go.
Yeah,
Wait, Cal, what have you done in the Porsche? Not mine. Okay. So yeah, we're right around the same page.
That's not the reason why I wanted to go.
Come on, camera. Holy
How am I
fuck.
still clean? I drove straight into the grass.
Forza logic.
Pretty much, yeah.
Probably not. I had 2 decently long trips through the grass.
Training
How
for it to be a lawnmower.
How bad were your tires by the end of that?
My front tires were red.
Ooh.
Makes it a little hard through some of the quicker corners. Why did driver tire hit
was
the
a bit
brakes at
more,
the end of the pit lane?
More
God,
curve
that's
than I
so
think you
annoying.
wanted.
I mean, you're the one who chose it.
I won't be letting you 600 feet per cent.
Ooh. Fighting talk.
Fighting words.
Spicy.
But I'm planning on gaining on them. Because in practice, I had splits for a low 37.
I hate that curb so
Oh,
much.
shit. Man, I could just freaking switch away right as you went off. Damn it.
Commentators
Oh,
cast.
goodness. And I was gonna switch. I was switching the chair right as Goofy went off the track.
Well, we're down to 30-ish foot gap.
I'm trying to see how much closer Plankton's getting to you.
Ooh.
It's still a bit of a distance.
But on the upside, Sector 4 was where I just set my best Sector 4 time. Oh, that's all.
I'm not looking forward to that.
I'm sure it's pretty
Also,
discouraging
it took
when
me a
you feel
while to
like
get that 58.8 I did.
That's me at Road America with Corvette.
If I can break 2
Yeah.
minutes, I'll be happy.
it's really
You guys
discouraging.
posted
Because
set
like,
up for
I was lapping at about
next week
59.5
already?
consistently, and I just had one lap that was down to 58.8 and never got close to it again. Yeah, you just have to, like I said, with the inside tires, you have to ride the tallest part of the curve. It's a little counterintuitive, but that's what works. It gets the car to rotate without sliding for me. Oh god.
You guys post your tunes for next week already?
Eat his bumper, DJ!
Hello.
No, keep it in cows.
Good.
So,
DJ can stall
My
that.
goal now is to
It's
not
not good,
put
man. It's just pizza and beer. Lots and lots of beer.
Lots of beer.
I mean, that's why I sent that Discord message. I could not swipe to save my life on my phone.
You drank aerosol. Is it?
That means I'll lap you. It's
Oh
a
my
13-mile track.
But I just come around the corner and that like triangle caution sign thing is right in the middle of the track.
There's an LMP2.
Yeah, cow. Sweater is only marginally farther away from me than I am from you. But this could turn into a three-way race.
DJ stopped it. You saw the gap.
No. Kiwi.
Did you just drive past the pit?
Illegal maneuver.
GG.
10-minute penalty.
Please tell your driver to stop throwing gravel all over my track.
Man's got some stamina.
Or some Corvette.
There was a
Balls. I lost it.
there's like a 10-minute video about Eduardo Fridas on YouTube, how he got the job as WC race director and what he does and how he stays awake for the full 24 hours.
Is it just that turn again, Floopy?
Is it just like a video of him
My
doing
brake
like
bias is like 40 or
race control?
41%, so if I get
No.
it wrong, the car just sort of spins. Well, I mean, normally it's like 44 or 45, but I have it so much that it'll just turn the car if I'm not careful.
Battle of the Brits right now.
I'm not gonna win and say that Floopy's BMW setting is max min.
The arrow?
BMW.
The rear arrow is actually at about a third.
Doesn't have a lot of arrow to play with.
I can
Wait,
I can.
you mean you can put
Yeah,
them sliders somewhere other than at the end?
I can definitely take corners faster than Thomas, but he really pulled on me in this race.
How much aero would you like? Yes.
I'm in darts or dive bomb range.
Trademark.
Well, 20
Really?
right now.
Did DJ slide? What happened?
Ooh, Nevada, what
Road
happened?
leaders.
Oh my god, I see someone on the map.
I'm jealous.
Okay. Robo, I don't know if you caught any of it, but this lap, about half of it was about 100 feet between the Jag and the Bentley.
Oh. I didn't. I looked at the
No,
Jag for a
no.
moment, but I didn't see anything.
Now it's about 1,000-foot gap, so.
Okay. No point in changing back over.
That is true. Oh! Go
The
away.
gap is closing between the Jag and the Bentley? Okay. Chair is all by himself.
Don't check fuel when going into a turn.
I think Plankton just had a mishap.
You don't.
And
why
yeah.
do you need to- Oh, never mind.
You want all by himself? I've seen like cap the whole race. That's it.
Tires.
I just see a
Part
black.
of me wants to use the lap I have in hand and
This is
make
crap
an
I
early
never
stop
pull
just to
off
mix it
because
up.
I'm paranoid about catching the slightest bit of grass and then losing all grip. Apparently you can really cut through those turns. I'm watching DJ and Floofy.
Oh yeah, there's S's before food plots. You can, because of the way the turns are, yeah, you can drop some wheels in the grass. It's not too bad. We're
Like
gonna
an
have to
initial
flat
D.
out left after food plots now.
Not that far behind us. I think.
Rip.
Not over yet.
Dang, you still got traffic coming.
There's a little bit more of the race to go. Yeah, it's almost like we're at a place where terrible things happen all the time.
Mexico.
Green heaven.
What?
Who?
You mean in before Cal has an excellent recovery drive for the next like 11 laps and then does the tiniest bump?
Seems to be closing between the Bentley and the Jag just a little.
Jag.
That was a risky line, DJ. Yeah, just got a
Get
really
him.
good exit out of that corner.
What's happening?
Whoa!
Cap me harder, senpai.
That's it?
Oh,
Oh.
I'm gonna get you, Cal. Yes, I am.
Okay, watching.
Oh shit. That was nearly in the grass. For me.
Kiwi, where are you?
Have the BMWs gotten any closer together?
Wait, carousel, mini carousel.
He's about to
right?
get a-
Oh shit, no, actually, we were
He's
catching
about to get a
Kiwi, we were
lot.
up 2 turns behind him.
Wait, the BMW's about to get left?
Well, Kiwi is.
Kiwi is. We're already at the.
Whoa, that's a
I mean, we're just a lot further
No,
than you.
we're
right?
saying you're slow because it's on the side of your car, so I think that's valid.
Oh yeah, on
Oh,
that
slow
note,
down
like,
lag.
if it's
Just
available.
because you're last place in your class and way away from everyone else doesn't mean you're shit.
Kiwi, when it comes to it, I want to pass you on the right so I can see that side of your car.
God damn it, dog, shut up.
I'm a little way off.
Park!
Oh.
Yeah, through that corner cow, I hit the inside curb, and then I slid across the track and got some wheel spin. I thought I was gonna spin the car around.
Nice.
I was coming up on you, but I hit the inside curb and it slowed me down.
How's the British gap going?
Let's go.
We've got the British battle and Formula Viper. Although Formula Viper's pretty much over now, unless DJ makes a mistake.
Yeah.
Hey,
Come on, Dan.
hey, Chair, you should slow down so we can battle.
I didn't catch.
Just plugged in for some shit posting.
I ruined the front of my car and the back of Cow's car.
There was butt touching.
Yeah, I was the only one who got
So
slowed down though.
us is the PP circuit.
As I re-entered the GP last lap, Kiwi was just coming off of it, and I've done basically the entire lap and still haven't caught him yet.
Oh, we're going to
Losing
repass
it just
Kiwi.
a little.
Damn, the Klausius being so close. My guess would be somewhere on the start finish.
Oh dear. Oh. CT has passed Alpha. Yeah, I'm watching the BMWs.
Please, Kyle, slow down.
I think that's gonna be it for a while. Let's see what Cow and Cap are doing.
Cow is, and I'm in a McLaren. Yep.
Yeah, all of my in-laps have been green.
Apart from when I apart from when I touched the back of Cow, that was a super good lap for me. Yep. Yeah, I wasn't watching his distance while we were battling, but he was definitely close.
There is a lead exchange again.
Damn, that British battle gap.
Go away, Nevada.
Is it closed? Probably pitting now though. Oh.
Jack, come on. Only because your pit was closer. The Jag's still out front.
The gap's a bit close. Wow.
Oh, I dirtied the crap out of that.
Where are the BMWs?
How is that clean with everyone so close to you? Oh, okay.
How long is
That
the
grill
trail?
again.
That's not a bird.
Is that one also in a cage?
Why it's screaming. Depends on their mood.
Depends on if the kids are away.
No, the kids are part of the fun.
Oh, did you mess up? Oh. Sweater's just off-roaded a little bit.
Wow. Cav has just made a shit ton of ground on me.
It's like I didn't have to pit or something. No. Unless
that
Plankton has a
fast
big
left-hander
impact,
I took a
don't
lot
think
of.
so.
Oh, 50.
Oh my God.
That was close.
That was way too close. At least you didn't nearly go head first into a tire wall.
Nearly head first, and then I thought your ass end was going to flip the tires.
Drop down to first gear. I was on a flyer too. Catch it, DJ.
He's getting away.
It is though.
Yeah, Chair, we should have had DJ on our Cora team for Nurburgring. He might have been able to
Oh,
compete
he's
with
the
those
prototype
Porsches.
with me.
He's going to be in the prototypes.
No, I mean, when we
Which
did the
GT?
24 hours Nurburgring,
Oh.
and we were all slow except like Blood and Chair, and to an extent Darkster.
Archer's quick, but doesn't really know how to not crash somehow.
That's kind of like me, too.
Well, it's not just that he's too aggressive. Like his big crash at Le Mans was he just lost it going into Indy.
When I crash, it's always because of a lapse in attention, not because I don't know how to drive.
What was that, Chair? Or not Chair, Cal?
Kiwi?
Yeah, I struggle in
Me?
traffic a lot.
Or Robo.
Me. Yeah, I have the bad habit of driving like everything is a time trial or a time lap.
And that's where I started about a year ago. I'd only ever done hot lapping at high level until
Hot lapping, that's the word I was
started
looking
racing
for.
with gas car. It showed for a while.
I've been driving with other people for a while, but I still just don't handle traffic well.
Wait, Fluky, how long have you been with Rora? Was RLMS 4 your first series?
RLMS 4 was my first one, yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, me too, but I was quite a bit slower than when we started. That was... and I just crashed.
Coming up on you, Kiwi.
Daytona was a wonderful race. Yep.
Ouch.
Well, yeah, because you had a crash, didn't you?
Well, I lapped everyone except second place by the end of the race.
Thanks.
Yeah, I was driving the R8 on that series, and I got lapped like 4 times. And it wasn't until Sonoma when I had switched to the Z4 and I accidentally left traction control on for qualifying that I realized I was actually fast to keep it on because I controlled the throttle. And then I stopped being so shitty.
Always number one solution, stop being shit.
Yeah.
Do I really have to? Am I really going to have to run traction control on the vet for Nurburgring?
No.
Because I generally try to avoid using assists except for the braking line.
I would be
never
okay
used
with
traction
it,
control.
except for the chicane. Just because it would be too hard for me to get the power down right coming out of the chicane.
Yeah, I saw that little clip you put up, or that came in the feed, and you full throttled it out of there. I'm like, that had to be the work of traction control. Because there is no other way.
The McLaren and then obviously the Gallardo because it's four-wheel drive are the only GT cars that I'm actually quicker in with traction control off. If I have it on, usually I'm only like a couple tenths slower. It's a lot less consistent.
I don't even know.
GTR faster
but
without it.
It's just no fun to drive with traction control.
For me, it just crashed into you. Rode the curb a little too much.
This Jag needs it.
Oh yeah, Jags. No,
Are you running
Jag
it?
is worse. You'll get it into full throttle by the end of second
So,
gear, and then you shift into third and start getting wheel spin again.
I'm pretty sure the leaders are going to be passing us this lap.
Yeah, we're in the Schumacher S's right now.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're
yeah, we were,
starting
yeah.
up.
We can see you on the map.
Okay.
Everyone totally needs to slow down and check out the picture on the side of Kiwi's car. It's beautiful.
No way, I'm not letting the Bentley pass
Oh, I
me.
didn't look, and I was right next to him.
I wasn't passing on the left,
Come on.
unfortunately.
I held back slightly to pass on the right.
Look, did you just hit the wall, Kiwi? I thought it, like, slammed you into the wall when you entered. Just fit control.
Might have been lag.
I hate you.
Nodding your hoe. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we're not that far.
Yeah, Cal, you
Yeah,
know,
if I don't stop making mistakes, this race is yours.
because I completely wiped out in the carousel.
I was really hoping you'd catch the BMWs at full spots, but you weren't
How
going
much
to.
time do we have left? I can't see laps because this fucking game.
Oh, spectate, right. We're on 8 out of 17 right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure,
yeah.
it's all your fault.
Well,
I'll
I think
share.
it would work anyway because of the BMWs as well. Oh, right.
No, they're in the same group.
The way that the ticker works
Yeah.
doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
happens when you develop it like halfway through the game.
I'm honestly just impressed that they put something like that in so late in the game cycle.
And then it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's only because they
Well,
had
yeah,
to.
but like, usually they'd have waited for Forza 7 or something, you know?
Oh, beam of
They're not
traffic.
gonna make that big of an update.
Well,
But
stay.
it's nice that
late in the game.
this is a
To the
good
right.
beta test for it. They
You
could
did,
just
pass
have
them
it
on.
super informally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.
Kiwi, Nevada and I are going to be passing you probably up here, or on the entrance to the Nordschleife. Hi, Kiwi.
Left side, so
Alright, pass on the left.
on your left, Alpha.
Stop. Yeah.
Oh god!
Oh, got it.
fucking hell, Curbs. I hate you so much. Get on the track.
I was patiently waiting behind Kiwi, and then he lost it.
Yay, drive.
Oh my god. I've hit so many curbs now, I'm closer to chair than I was to DJ in less than 1 lap. I mean, me and DJ were about 300 feet apart, and now he's 1,900 feet in front of me.
Jared, I think that's the first time that you passed me without dive bombing me.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Could you speak up just a little? Yeah. It's gonna be a little exhausting though because it's friggin' Bathurst, but I'm still gonna do it. I really need to get tuning.
I think we would all prefer 2 30-minute races just because so many of us are going to end up a lap down
In the wall.
from stupid stuff. Yeah.
Like the cautions and things, it's gonna be pretty hard to actually get a lap down.
Are we going to do caution?
Wait, for what?
Yeah, because there's gonna be damage on.
Oh, that's right, because it's not points, is it?
It's not?
It's not what? Wait, we're talking about Rip-Out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't Bathurst like a non-points race?
Oh, it's a points race.
Oh, never mind. Whatever.
It's just hard mode because of hardcore Aussie stuff.
I just want to know when the Aussie V8 series is starting and if I can skip the whole use a real paint job.
You'd have to talk
Where's
to
the
Flood
rest
about
of
that.
the GT?
Like 8:15 probably.
They're back there.
Starting my mouth.
Of course it is.
My paint job is already done and looks beautiful.
Yeah. If I decide to stick with delivery rules, then I'll probably just download one. But if he lets me, I'll probably make an Australian GT livery and make another Ash Lamati car. I did that with the Ford DP and the Ferrari. I like the livery.
I think Cap isn't allowed to look at my paint job though, so.
I'll just never be on track in the same spot as you are.
That works.
Oh, DJ, that was. I don't know what that was. I only caught part of it.
You're in turn 1 already? Jeez.
When the guy in first place is complaining about how bad his car is.
Oops. Fuck, wrong button.
The gap from me to DJ
Whoa,
is 17,000,
that
and
looked
I've
like a
done one less
slide.
hit than him.
I mean, all of Pro is within about 2,000, 3,000 feet right now.
Yeah, you can't say the same for him.
Bathurst was an interesting race to watch, even though people got a little upset during it.
I got a little upset.
Me too. Me too.
I think I was there for that.
Sick, am I coming
Yeah, I
out again?
remember people getting mad.
I was just getting mad at myself. Well, I mean, partially at the game when I ran over a tire under caution and it threw me into a wall. But
Then we had that magical moment when Corey's car lag warped through a tire barrier and hit Whit from her perspective.
Hey, that's nothing from my game clip. He lag warped straight off the side of the mountain.
Oh, then I caught him lag warping through all the tire barriers.
Oh my god, it's a car. I can see another car. This is so exciting.
Oh, chair! Oh, chair!
Hey Cal, the Jag is legal for Season 2, right? Okay, good. Well...
Sweater is right on my ass.
just make him run it as a Callaway.
Hilarious.
Oh, fuck.
I say going on your right, he just starts drifting to the right. So I didn't get to see what the awesome thing on the side of your car is.
It's a car.
Okay.
How
That's
am I?
literally what it is.
I'm a second and a half up just on the GP circuit. Ow.
I'm 6 seconds up.
How's the brick gap?
1,000 feet. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I think my fast lap was either an in lap or an out lap.
BMWs, I'm coming up on you.
Are those more cars on the map? We're about 1,000 feet away.
There's a few turns of the way.
At this point, I'm just trying to establish that Swiss-built, naturally aspirated British Grand Touring cars are better than German-built.
On your right, CT. Thank you.
Twin turbo powered. Tires everywhere.
I'm watching Plankton. He
Robo,
was coming
you
up in
fucked
traffic,
me.
so it was going to be interesting. And there goes Alpha.
Sweater is right next to me.
I was just strategically letting Cloakton by, you know?
Oh, you guys are only
Strategically.
6,000 feet away.
Oh, okay.
I'm really glad that you guys aren't grouped together like how it is in the VO line. That'd be terrifying.
Did DJ just lose it?
Did was it not?
That was him
I see some
screaming,
fresh
right?
tires.
Oh,
It sounded like DJ.
yeah, it did.
I popped out of the banking on the curb by accident.
Sweater lost it and hit the wall.
My problem that time was I went in too slow, and then in trying to correct my steering input, I popped myself out.
Yeah, it's hard
Yeah,
to correct
like-
the controller on that.
Yeah, on lap 4 I think it was, I had the most silky smooth run through the carousel.
boy, that's really bad.
I've never done anything like it.
Come on.
It was... That's a really good corner to nail. You get a really good feeling when you do it.
I think a lot of times on this track are like that, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that,
this one is
that
like
left
really
hander,
good correct.
blue quads.
The problem is, because of that, you always know when you don't quite have it right, and if you want a hot lap for leaderboard time, it takes you a million years.
Yeah, because most of the time you don't get it right. Or you don't get it
Yep.
perfect.
Well, yeah, you'll get like half the track at best, and then just think, oh, I could do so much better, and then keep trying, and then you'll get different halves of the track best.
Yeah, isn't the top, like, B-class Nurburgring, like, some absolutely crazy lap that, like, nobody's been close to?
So, what class?
It was, B-class at Nurburgring. I don't know if it was the kind or the regular one, but somebody, it was like 650 or something, that's something, or 630. I remember in an AR race, Solar,
P-class.
no, P-class, Solar and, the guy who used to be with VPR, but he's with, HMR Europa. Oh, yeah. And they're both super quick. They were talking that lap like it was done by like Jesus Christ or something, you know?
Oh, that Honda sign. Holy shit, I've never seen that before.
Where's the
Cows
house?
on the grass.
The Honda one.
How can you have a sign
Well,
for
where
a
is it
place
on
you never
track?
race at?
You know where the right-hander is
And
with the
there you go
dip
again.
before it that really greatly upsets the car?
Yeah.
And nearly everything gets air on. It's literally that. Probably why I've never seen it before.
You're all the way up there.
Sweater is on cap again.
Yeah, I'm just coming onto the dotting in it.
Oh, and they're getting
Yeah, I
even
had a bit
closer
of
to
a
Cow
second.
because Cow keeps falling off the track.
You mean Cal keeps
Say,
getting
Cow
tipped?
keeps getting tipped off the track.
No.
Yeah. Ha 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 ha.
Ha ha ha.
I love when you can just relax down the dotting or whatever.
Oh, there is a Honda sign there.
In the grass just
Please
a little
don't run
bit.
wide. Freaking.
Speaking of Honda, did you guys see what happened in Formula 1 qualifying? Several
I
times.
think I heard about it.
Like, the other cars thought Hondas were on, like, a warm-up or cool-down lap and would pass them, but Hondas were actually on their flyers. It would mess up their laps. Like, I think
That's
Alonso's best lap was actually, like, he had to pass someone in a turn, because they thought he was on a warm-up lap.
That's really sad. So,
Right.
Sweater has gotten past me.
No.
No.
Not that it matters with the amount of
I mean, this is Baku, it's not like they were ever going to be good there.
penalties they had.
What time does
done,
the race start
Mercedes
tomorrow?
was a second to clear. Pretty nuts.
Is that Eastern or Central? Okay. I actually kind of
Wait,
want to
8
watch this.
Eastern?
Yeah, I always assume it's going to be like 4 a.m. my time.
What time Eastern did you say?
So.
It's 5 a.m.
Cool.
my time. so I'll probably be awake.
Yeah, Cap.
How did you pit? Okay, yeah, that explains it. I just noticed that.
Whoever
Cap
didn't pit
passed you.
is gonna be as close as a BMW.
Yeah, that's me.
Yep.
I guess so.
And guess what? I like McLarens more like I like Porsches.
You chose the right team.
And that means I'm gonna hold you up. I'm not really, but
What I want really badly in this game.
yeah, I can't really hold you up anyways.
Oh,
because
DJ.
I'm being attacked constantly, like Thomas.
Yeah, so Chair, you think it's a coincidence that I'm running a Teku livery and I've been like drifting this whole race pretty much?
Like the Hot Wheels Teku?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I ran it on my jagged spot too. This is kind of a throwback.
I used to watch that show so much.
Just remembered I have 8 hours of driver's
Ooh.
Yeah, those movies were basically my introduction to racing.
Yep.
Yeah, he was pretty
And they're
predicting me.
closing up on the
Yeah.
BMW. This will be fun.
He went wide.
Are the BMWs like battling this entire time?
Yeah, we're kind of.
More or
They're
less.
pretty close.
I keep pulling on the corners and everything, but then he just changes me back down on the straight.
The gearing and aero on my BMW too is designed for a little bit more top end.
There they are.
I just realized this is only my second time being the faster class.
I prefer it to being the slower class.
Yeah,
I did it
very
once in a
non-ideal.
series where it was me, DJ, and
Go
Luffy
left.
in one class, and that was I was sort of just driving by myself.
What race was that?
Those were the IndyCar and Foreman Ford.
Oh right, you showed up for one of those.
I showed up for two.
When I filled in for, I think I filled in for DJ at Watkins Glen, and I almost won it on pit strategy, but then the Formula Fords kept crashing into each other on the restarts.
Oh my god, there were so many yells for those guys. It was, I will say though, being able to pass in an IndyCar is hilarious because the downforce is ridiculous.
What just happened?
Alpha.
Seed.
Oh no. Nick Honda.
Yeah, Flippy, that was, that track and that car was probably the only place that I've ever been the same pace as DJ. It's because I drove like, probably like 50 or 60 practice laps. between that and Aurora and IndyCar. Yeah, it was pretty quick there too. That whole series was pretty quick. Cars suit me.
Yeah, the Indy cars are fun.
And apparently CB did really well on the old tracks.
Who did?
Admiral
Oh,
CB.
Admiral. Yeah, he got a race win. It's funny how Chair got taken out though. It was because we decided we were going to draft with each other.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chair and I decided to draft with each other, even though I was a lap down, and then I rubber banded into him.
I think I played a fuel mileage game hoping that the yellow would continue, and then as soon as I got up front to try and do it, the yellow stopped. So. Oh.
Ribs. Happens to the best of us. Yep.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that's the
DJ's
first
gotten
time,
us the pain. More like a
first
dull
time I
ache
actually
now.
disconnected, and I was actually winning a race.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I've never won a race and I never disconnect, so there you go.
I even turned off things that didn't need Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I just switched the camera over to you guys.
yeah, I've never actually won a league race. I've won 2 stints in Toro races, and then I've won like shitpost races and stuff, but I've never won an actual league race.
I've won 3 RLMS races and 4 Bears.
You think they're gonna have the new 911 RSR in Forza 7?
Yes.
I'm pretty damn sure they are.
Yeah,
Based
The
on
weight
how
fell
much
off.
they
port-
better.
Based on how much port dick they're sucking right now.
Yeah, they do.
Well, but yeah, and they're all about it. And one of the prototypes from Le Mans is at Ford's headquarters right now. So
No, it's
I'm gonna guess
a
they're
mock-up, but yeah.
well, either way. But I have a feeling they're going to get anything and everything Ford.
Doesn't the Assetto Corsa already have it?
Yeah, Assetto Corsa has it. Yeah, they have.
Are we talking about the RSR or the RS?
The mid-engined RSR.
RSR.
Yeah, nothing has that yet.
Oh, I see it
No.
being
SRS 2 is gonna have
on
the
the
RS.
Donninger.
Now I truly know.
Yeah, they just have it on PC. Oh, they do? Weird.
Gran Turismo is the worst game.
Biggins missing his wing.
Biggins,
Yep.
Jaguar looks like an Aston Martin now.
Yeah, it really did.
designed by the same person.
Wait, what they?
Yeah.
Ian Callan.
Now I know how Toyota really feels. Oh, I can take the opportunity to look at what Kiwi's car, what's on Kiwi's car.
Meanwhile, Plankton is in Plankton Land.
What, the chum bucket?
All by myself.
Kiwi, why are you stopped?
Yeah, and chairs and chair land.
But now I can't see your car, it's not fair.
Kiwi should be pulled off the side of the track.
Dude, that car is the greatest. That car is beautiful.
What happened? Yep, sweater.
Cow, what happened?
I think Cal lost it.
But do you still have your wing?
Yes, he does.
Then I don't know what he's complaining about. There are tires everywhere. I think I know what happened now.
Yeah, those tires have been there for a while.
Oh dear.
They seem to be getting worse and worse every lap.
Did Plankton go off course?
Yeah, I just took a bit of barrier.
What was that about Plankton?
What?
I switched over momentarily to Plankton because he OD'd. Plankton's kind of weaving around the track.
I'm good.
Okay, back over to Sweater.
Oh, when did Twitter get in front of you?
Not too long ago. Oh, yeah. That was a little sideways.
Oh shit, son.
Should I look over to Plankton?
Nope, it's embarrassing. And it's
There's the
very
commentator.
Yes, do not watch me either. It's boring and...
Holy shit.
Well, Cal's
The
right
fast
outside,
bit
so
on the
I'm
run
just
up
gonna
to the
keep watching this.
carousel, I caught one of like the tiny curves on the right kink. It just threw me backwards.
The really tall ones.
Yeah, it's cool. I only lost like 2,000 feet so far.
Oh, the Baku turn 8 curbs are great here.
Oh, damn it.
Wait, they shortened that curve now.
It have.
Leafy wipe out?
Yeah, shout out to
No,
Black Falcon for liking my tweet.
Coming out of the mini carousel, I had a clean flyer for once. Like minus 2.5, and I
God
put
damn
one
it.
tire in the grass, and I couldn't keep the whole car out of the grass. Oh geez, hit the curb on the exit yourself. It like launches you airborne.
Oh, man.
I switched over to DJ and Floopy and now I'm Plankton. I don't think Plankton's going to be ODing again anytime soon, or is he?
I'm good.
Please do.
Alright, over to Sweater and Cal. Okay, there we go.
In before smashes into tires.
Well, they both just got through the carousel.
How many feet is the track?
Yeah, that's not wrong.
Yeah.
I think it's about 16 miles multiplied by 5,500. Yeah, I think it's about that.
Oh my god.
So I shouldn't get lapped.
I think I was just a couple inches
No.
from fitting it into the wall.
Yeah, if we're only lagging the BMWs twice, then you're not gonna get that.
Oh, it'll be close.
What, have you been making a lot of mistakes or something?
No, because
Yes.
it
Oh,
will
then.
be close between
Who's
the top
shuffling
3
that
lapping
bike?
people.
I'm at about 50,000 feet down already.
So it's just being careful not to screw up.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job.
There's my wing.
Nothing happening there. Status of the Brit battle?
Yeah, 800.
It'll be interesting to see what the changes to spectating features there can do are. Yeah.
Well, I want that and to be able to use handicaps in test drive.
Yes.
For the love of God, if we join in the middle of the race, can we have the ordering actually reflect the ordering?
Well, that's the since they're doing this whole thing where the lobby is set up to allow people to come and go. That means they have to have set stuff up to communicate stuff better. So it seems
So-
like that should be actually able to do.
Plankton's little oopsie must have actually been pretty big because I'm up into 4th now by about 2,500 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Early? Oh,
Yeah.
so I got my hopes up for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope we're able to test out cars, or do test drive tune cars with handicaps on.
And rivals.
Yes. God fucking yes, because I don't want Alpha 33s everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another thing.
I should tell you
not
what,
really
they should do that just for
internet-wise.
every leaderboard car.
Didn't they try to do that in Forza
There's
4?
always going to be a leaderboard car.
I'd really like to be
as
able
soon
to
as
search this stuff
as soon
off,
as two
like,
people have
a
fast
website for this
copy,
stuff.
I'm gonna try and copy it.
You mean like the Forza website? Maybe they should have the leaderboards on there.
Maybe.
Didn't they
Battlefield
do
does
that
that.
on for like Forza 1 or 2 or something?
I forgot
Is
that
that
on
the
using
thing?
I think I
Hub.
installed Forza Hub, but
I barely use Forza Hub except for just free cash every so often.
Yeah, I think
And
I
even
used
then, what's
that.
the point?
I have all the free cash I need in like the 200 freaking prize spins I have.
Yeah,
I'm sitting on a nest egg of like
cash is
400
really
million
not an
credits right now, so.
Did I put early too? Yeah, I did.
I just want that my credits from 5 or 6 to be transferable to 7, so I can buy good cars off the bat, not to. Because the only reason I ever do any of the career races is to get enough credits to build a car up to race online. It's the only reason.
Yeah.
I do it.
It's funny, like, hearing, like, video game reviewers that don't actually care about simulation racing. Like, well, Forza's good, but it doesn't have a really good single player. But they're going to add it this time. They say every time that they're finally going to have a good single player, and they never do. and it doesn't matter because
It doesn't matter because everyone's just gonna race online.
the people who care about the single player are not the people that are going to be spending a bunch of time on it.
See, Forza, it is trying to cater more to esports, but the people who bring all the money, or the most money, will still come from casual gamers who will maybe play it a couple times and then shelve it, and it like came with their Xbox or something, but they still get money for that. And
right, but those
if they want to cater
like,
to those people, they need a good single player because they're not going to do a whole lot of
buying it
online,
anyway.
so.
Well, they don't need to have like all this gimmicks about like racing careers and building up your driver level stuff. Just make the drivatars, I don't know, capable. That's all they need to do.
Well, but that's a lot harder to do.
I don't bother because you put them on unbeatable or whatever, and it always starts you at the back because there's no qualifying. So you spend 2/3 of the race just getting past the morons in the back of the field, and then there's just 3 cars in the front that are just driven away by them.
Yep.
You spend the beginning trying to get around the freaking Maserati that's there for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, because they have to put a slow car in, so that you have someone to pass. But it's let's say it's a lot harder to make really good driving AI than it is to come up with some bullshit. So they're just gonna come up with some bullshit. Gran Turismo's been doing it for years.
Okay.
You mean? No. There's a pun, I just really can't be bothered to make it.
Oh, come on.
Go back to sleep, Langton. Oh, that was a butt tap. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, what they're saying now,
In sticky zones.
is have time penalties, so they'll add a penalty onto your race time. So even though you
They used to
on
do
the track
that.
and such and such, so you know, if they do that, then you don't really need.
That's gonna be shitty actually because in esports, like if you get knocked wide and have to cut a chicane, and then rejoin
You
right
should
behind
be able
the
to
person
turn
that
them.
knocked you off, you suddenly are 5 seconds behind them.
I don't know if the single
People are
racing
not
game
going to like
can't
that
turn off
if that's how it
penalties
applies.
in a private lobby.
Yeah, that's my assumption. That's what's going to happen on that.
Or remember in Forza 4 in the insides in Indy, yeah. They used to have that slowdown on the inside banking on Indianapolis.
Yeah, that was
Where you
crazy.
just barely touch that and suddenly you're slowed down.
Okay, so the track distance is 85 to 70. I just passed.
How do you know that?
I just passed Seathom, and that was his distance as I passed him.
Fighting Beetles.
CT is the racing one now.
Yeah.
You know what else they should do? Fix the fucking track limits.
Yeah.
I mean,
honestly,
reevaluate
that
some of
should
those.
When they
be
ran-
toggleable with along with the other penalties and things.
When they were running the
Turn off dirty laps.
league things, the amount of people that were kicking up shit because Monza's track limits are complete bullshit, and everyone was running 4 wheels off track through the chicanes.
Well,
It
and I
would
mean,
allow for the
the
leagues to
reality is
compensate
in the-
for the shitty track limits that Forza has in some turns. Like Tetra Rouge, that's bullshit.
Yeah. places you can blatantly go 4 wheels over the white line.
Because you could be 4 wheels on the track and be dirty there. Yep.
Still watching. Yeah. Like, at Coda, I'm on Coda West, I'm surprised that we didn't get dings for completely just hopping over the curb there at, like...
Oh god, you can cut everything in Coda. All of the track. All the track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also having your
You
lap
can
time
go
dirtied by
4
someone
wheels off
drafting
by
you.
like 8 feet. Yes.
Yes, I really
You can go
fucking
4
hate
wheels
that.
off
That's been
on
a
all
problem
the tight
since, like,
turns.
or is it 3, where you get your lap dirtied by somebody following you. That's fucking absurd.
Well, you know why they did that?
Why?
Back in the days of Forza 2 and 1, on really long tracks like Nurburgring was a really good example of it, people would run a high downforce car and then have a friend in the lobby in this super fast car push them down the straight. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Like they'd wait for their friend to come around and then gun it up to speed and then just push them down the straight like 40 miles an hour faster than their car could do.
Without touching them?
Sounds like it would break a gearbox.
Oh no, they would touch.
No, if there's touching, then I don't know.
No, that didn't used to dirty it either.
Did not?
Well, I feel like that
also,
should.
Even when touching did dirty it, you could just have a guy in a faster car get out in front of you and you could draft him until you got to the end of the straight.
Know.
Luffy, have you been playing?
And under more cases than that, though, it's bullshit.
Oh, that's wear yourself out.
Well, yeah, but they're like, if you're hot lapping by yourself, it shouldn't penalize not having friends to draft off of.
Well, they'll probably do that.
I think that ghosting is how you do that.
And they do draft.
Yeah, I mean, like, it would be kind of nice to have collisions on and the ability to qualify without worrying how close you get to the car in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, they used to do that. I know in some of the touring car races.
As Cal can vouch from that FRS story. Fucking qualifying with collisions on and having to avoid people's draft because Clark is a fucking nonce. Sorry, very nice series organizer.
You said nonce.
I got banned for liking your post. Come on. Oh, nicely done. Cal, I think, called someone out on some horseshit driving, and I liked it, and then I got banned. Without him telling me, I got banned for it.
Hang on, so they banned you before they banned Cal?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sounds like you don't want to be part of that group anyways.
Where was this? Like what series?
FRS. Touring cars. Visit them at Forza Racing Series. Oh my god, yeah, that was bullshit. The guy would give out penalties for like literally anything just because he's a bit of a Nazi. Oh, did I show you I found his Instagram the other day?
Oh boy.
Yes. Had no reason to, but yeah.
But he's a nonce.
Yeah, for those that like weren't part of it,
You
there
may
was even
want to
like a
tell
WhatsApp
him about
group
it.
message
Not
that started.
recording.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
might want to, because I think
Because I could probably get.
I've got everyone's recording right now.
Rip.
Oh. Hello,
It's still a nonce.
I'm on.
By the way, turn 10. Please listen to everything that everyone here has said and fix your fucking games.
Minus the last like 5
They
minutes.
do not care.
Ignore the hundreds of hours we put into them despite the issues.
Hell,
They,
I think
do
they
not
could
care.
release a broken game and give us the features we want as DLC, and us would still buy it.
Yep.
I mean, they need the esports presentation thing to look good enough for like 5 people to stream something during a sponsored event, and that's all they care about. All this other shit we're doing, they do not care.
I mean, Forza has its problems, but it's still the only decent racing game on the Xbox, so
Oh, sick
we're all
burn!
gonna keep buying it.
Hydro Thunder Hurricane.
Plus Project Cars 2 is really
Oh,
good.
I should probably buy that.
It's not
I
out yet.
miss Hydro Thunder.
Unless Project Cars can make the game work with a controller, it still won't be very good.
Yeah, they're really addressing that.
So they say.
Well, they said
And
that they were
well,
really
there were
making
a lot
it
of
a bunch of
people
patches
who
for
got,
P-Cars 1.
Yeah, there's a lot of people doing beta testing. They have one YouTuber in particular who is now working for Slightly Mad Studios has said in one of his videos that he's really making sure they're working on that, because his job is to basically like suggest things to the studio and like help them plan out the game.
That's cool.
Is P-Cars 2 going to be cross-platform?
I don't think so. Could be, but they haven't said anything yet.
It'd be nice if it was.
Because Gran Turismo had had a
things
completely shit system for actually racing. Like, unless everybody was in the exact same car and forced stock, you couldn't race in that game. It was just whoever brought the fastest car.
Yeah, I think even if they did do something better with esports, people would have switched over to Forza or something similar pretty soon, because Gran Turismo is a terrible game and the cars don't drive like actual cars. And,
They
Cars
sound
all
like
drive the
cars.
same. They all sound the same. Tuning doesn't do shit. There's no PI type system that works at all well.
Sounds like
And
a
there's
disgusting
they
vacuum.
advertise so many cars in. I mean,
It's
relatively
flawed,
good.
but
But like Gran Turismo, if you had a different car, you would not be able to run the same lap time no matter how hard you tried.
And
One car would be faster.
I haven't played Gran Turismo, I don't have a PlayStation, but I've watched a lot of people playing it, especially Gran Turismo Sport. And it's just like, every car handles exactly the same. They all just have horrible oversteer. You can't hold the controller in a turning position throughout an entire turn. You have to keep like moving it back and forth because it just oversteers so bad.
Well, there was that, and then they advertised having, whatever, 1,000 cars or whatever, and that was like 4 times what Forza had at the time. Everyone's like, damn, okay. But it turns out only a third of that 1,000, only a third of that 1,000 were actually rendered for the PS3. The rest were literally the same graphics model as the PS2. So they look like shit. And the ones that were from the PS2, you couldn't even drive from the interior view. And then on top of that, yeah, there was like 20 Silvias, and I think someone actually counted over 80 different Civic variants. Like, that doesn't count. That doesn't count as having 80 different cars. That's just 80 different piles of shit.
Just the Japanese car brands that they have like so many of just that one, those Japanese cars. And then you look at American or maybe European cars and it's like like 10 of them. While Honda had like 50 different models.
Gran Turismo really had.
They even have four
stranglehold on
variants of the
Asian market.
95 Civic.
They
Different
have
95 Civics. Because like they had like the SI, the regular one, the 95 that had like some
Is there a
special
Type R for
edition
the 95?
version.
For the EG
Yeah,
Civic?
something like that. Like they just had an absurd number of variants of the same car,
I think there's just an SI.
which made the whole cars all driving the same thing even worse because they were the same car.
We need like a license point system. Preferably one you can toggle so we can still play Last Man, but penalises you for being a complete bag of dicks.
What, so FIA basically never gets a license?
I didn't say that.
They said it.
What would be
Silver
interesting
Driver
to
said
me
it.
is if they expand the whole league setup and then make it so that it's actually convenient and cool to just jump in and watch league races. And, you know, hop in and you don't take up a spot as a spectator, and you can just kind of watch it. Oh god. Right.
Yeah.
I've got a viewer, a little viewer.
Well,
but
on top of that,
I just mean like
the
I
spectate
want to.
mode,
the
just the
whole
camera
thing where
angles
there's
don't work.
Yeah, they can fix the
that's
camera
like-
angles.
The camera angles thing is like technically is probably simpler to fix. I just mean, but them doing the jump in and jump out of a lobby, and then if they do it so you're not like taking up a spot. So if there's a 24-person race, 10 people can get online and watch it, and control their own
40%
cameras and do whatever. That would be awesome. Versus, oh, this one person is streaming and I have to watch their in-car view or whatever. But to
Are
me,
they
that's
gonna
still
have
like
more
that.
than
That
16
still is
people
like
for a lobby?
like we had the idea a while ago, or for Le Mans, of wouldn't it be cool if you could have like a spotter, or just or your team could watch you, and without you having to stream. And so it would be great if it wasn't even like a specific spot where it was just all this stuff gets uploaded to the server, and then as many people as they want, because you're not sending anything back. All you're doing is receiving. So it shouldn't really be that big of a deal for the server to just copy that whatever it's sending out to more people.
Kind of like how iRacing has it, where a whole team can just watch a person.
Yeah. He's on the inside. Coming up real quiet.
Still there. Still there.
Get clear. Gotta go easy on them tires.
Or like, how about
Crash coming out of
the
turn.
Hold the
ability
inside.
for a lobby leader to put flags and shit up for the whole race?
That would be great.
I mean, that would be remarkably easy to actually implement.
I mean,
It's funny because I remember playing IndyCar racing too, and it had all that shit, and the game just fucking handled, yellow flags, and a pace car would come out and everything.
NASCAR 2000 had flags.
Yeah, the Papyrus game back, but I just mean this was back on like my shitty ass PC back in the early '90s.
Oh.
I had that a long ass time ago. What just happened?
Well, actually,
Turn right. Go right, you piece of
N64, not much better.
I remember I had
Forza grass physics.
I had F1 2002 for the GameCube, and there were like yellow flags and stuff, but it didn't actually mean anything. And your crew chief, your spotter or whatever, would like tell you like somebody's engine blew up, and you'd see them just like with burning engine on the side of the road, and then like 15 seconds later they just start driving again.
I didn't know it had random mechanicals for your car or just
too
for
much
the
out of our
AI.
control though. I wouldn't play that game.
Well, I don't remember it having that. Yeah, I don't remember it having that for the player. Maybe
Well,
it's
like
the
an
car.
option that everyone would always turn off.
I don't think it does have random mechanicals.
I mean, that depends. Like, there's people that think it's crazy that we would do a full-length race. So there's somebody out there who wants the idea that their car might break down randomly if they're running a series.
I mean, I don't think
it's an immersion thing.
Yeah.
Not random,
That's
but more
what
like.
disconnects are.
Well, but no, these I'm talking people that like just do race by single player by themselves, and they just want the idea that at some point the car could die on them, and then because that's what they see on their favorite driver. Yeah, that happens in real life.
I don't think
there's rage as well.
Going back to Korea,
Alonso, right?
they should.
Oh, so it was your fault. Oh, so you're blaming the game and it was your fault. Okay.
Yeah, in
I
other
think
cars, you can turn on the random failures and one of
Then you
the
get mechanical if you break a headlight.
failures in that game.
You say box.
One of the random failures in that game is the wheel gun for your pit crew could jam, so you could have a pit stop that lasts like way longer.
Hey, at least they don't spill fuel on you and catch the whole car on fire. That shit happens too. Come on, guys.
If I get to see someone on fire, I'll throw some money out at the game.
Well, it was funny because
The
the
only
first
reason
time
to buy
I
it.
think I saw that at an IndyCar race back when they were just using, the methanol that had clear flames, and so all you saw was a guy flapping at himself and everybody throwing water. Didn't know what the hell was happening. And then he tried to get back in the car, and the guy's like, "Hey, no, your car was just on fire. You cannot just hop back in like nothing happened."
So basically, Ricky Bobby and Talladega Nights running
Yep.
around happening.
Meanwhile, Sweater is back on chairs.
What?
Or I mean, Cal. I'm getting tired. I'm sorry.
Bitch, 10 to 4 in the morning.
I woke up for no particular reason at 5 in the morning and I had a hard time falling back asleep. Does this count?
Time I fell asleep.
I had a power nap before the race and it felt good. I mean, I'm still fucked, but it felt good. Less fucked than I would be.
My living room right now is about 100 degrees, and my fingers are literally slipping off the joystick. Look, I have a top floor apartment that faces east, and this is the first hot sunny day of the year.
Ugh. Wait, it's 100 degrees in Washington?
No, it's 100 degrees in my apartment.
Whoop.
It's like 80 degrees outside.
Did he just miss his pit window?
Who?
Sweater.
You went early.
You went early because I'm off strat and I've just come out. But I mean, technically you have a free one anyway.
Yeah, Cal, you went up first.
Maybe it'll work in his favor. Let's see what's going on in DJ Land. How's it hanging, DJ?
Luffy, what's your gap to DJ? It's like 4,000 feet now, because I made a series of major mistakes last lap. Like, I think I lost a total of about 3,000 feet.
I wish they had
Yeah,
seconds
you've got to make one more
instead of
stop,
feet.
Yes.
Oh well, sure, it's getting close to Poopy.
They used to have it in the earlier games. They would have your split times. Whenever you got through a sector, it would tell you, you know, the person in front behind how you know the time between them hitting that same sector.
That was in Forza 2.
That was a lot.
I haven't had it since.
Yeah,
Here's one people completely neglected. Fucking companion app.
Huh?
Fucking companions are in an app. Maybe.
Yeah,
It's called Tinder.
It's Tinder.
If their phone operating system hadn't, you know, been
Grindr.
a shit that died, then maybe they'd have done a companion app for that.
No, she's not dating app.
Do what
Bumble,
Project
way better
Cars
than
do.
Tinder.
What does Project Cars do?
It basically leaves like the whole API open for people to create their own shiz, which some people have done very well.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Highly recommend an app called Crew Chief if anyone's that way inclined. Mainly because it has a profanity filter you can turn off, and he does legitimately swear at you.
I'll look this up later.
So it works mid-race?
PC
Yeah, it works
only,
during the
though,
race.
isn't it?
No, it's console. There's a thing in settings for UDP, and you pick the right channel, and as long as your phone, tablet, whatever device is on the same Wi-Fi network as your console's connected to, it works. And gives you way more detailed information.
There's no way in hell that Microsoft would do that. But that's awesome.
Yeah, we're talking like, because obviously you can see your split times of people in front and behind and stuff, but you'll actually get like warnings about it.
Actually, no, you know what? In Forza 7, I wonder that people will make something like that, because it's going to be cross-compatible on PC. People will be able to write programs that'll link into it, I bet.
Depends how much of the
Well, how much of it is
turned
getting
on, so
filtered?
you can
Right,
play
I
it
mean,
with-
if there's not an API, it becomes just a hack job. Oh god.
Yeah, it's
Isn't
going to be
that
huge.
great?
But we're going to end up with an influx of Horizon players, is what I'm worried about. Yeah, we're going to have first 2 lobby races. That's like NASCAR.
Okay, so the reality is,
make,
as
like-
soon as the Horizon players, you tell them that they have to drive for 2 hours in a row, and they're not with damage on, they're not going. Like I can tell people, you know, that like 2-hour races they're having no interest. I'm not.
I think we should have like a feeder series type thing go on for when that happens, if that happens.
Oh, yeah.
Limit
I already
people to
said
lower
it.
classes to start with.
I already said we should get.
We'll call it the Kiddie
You get-
Pool 500.
We should start classifying drivers: platinum, gold, etc. And then
Silver,
yay,
bronze,
ego
and
boosting
Kiwi.
ratings.
I joke, we
No,
love
he's
Kiwi.
not.
Yeah, but Kiwi would be like, it would be bronze, Kiwi, and then Horizon.
Kiwi done some solid driving in the one.
That's
Blanking, that's brilliant.
I like it when people play the game.
It's the whole immersion thing.
Have you ever seen, there's a whole set of Twitch streamers that play, like, realistic GTA 5.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, I've heard of
There's
that.
one guy who's a
They all
cop.
go into an online lobby and they all behave like they're actual people in the world, like stopping at stoplights,
Yeah.
moving over for police and shit.
Yeah, I read an
And
article
some
a
of
while
them,
back.
like, roleplay
Some
as
of that
criminals.
traffic.
And actually
I read an article a while back on Kotaku or someplace where it talked about people that play as cops.
Yeah, and like, yeah, there are police and everything. They role play just as various people in GTA.
Yeah, in that space game I play, Elite Dangerous, there's a ton of roleplay going on, and you can run out of fuel, and you'll basically be stranded there until your life support runs out, and your ship like explodes. But there's these people that call themselves the fuel rats, and they just sit there and wait for somebody to run out of fuel. And so that person will call the fuel rat, and then somebody just flies however far they need to go for like an hour while that person's just sitting not in the game, otherwise they would run out of oxygen. But they'll just like spend their whole game time just flying around and then giving fuel to people that need it.
Yep. There's a group like that in EVE Online too for wormholes, because new bros always get, like, new players get stuck in wormholes and don't realize they can't find their way out. And there is no mechanic in the game to find your way out of a wormhole if you don't have tools for it, so they will literally be stuck there for the rest of their life until they uninstall or make a new character. It's not a forgiving game, and there's a whole corporation that is all about, they will go in, they'll find them and like hold their hand and walk them out of the wormhole and then give them all the tools to do it right next time.
Yeah, there was a free weekend at EVE Online. I tried to play it, and there was just so much going on. And
You can do
Elite
it free to
Dangerous
play
is
now.
already a pretty complicated game, but EVE Online is ridiculous.
Oh, it's another level. Yeah. But no, you can do it free to play.
Honestly, most of the time it's not even about fighting. The fastest way to make money is to just like do A to B trading, which is boring as hell, but I mean, you gotta do it.
Space trucking is what my friends called it.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like that in EVE too.
Oh, Jesus cow.
Nevada.
I haven't been
Also,
looking at enough time go race.
Treating
Oh,
politely
don't dis-
fly count at starting mission, and I'll get to like restart it off and that's at a stoplight. Like 5 minutes.
Oh, how many laps?
Thank you for the move
Two.
there, CT.
I joined some
Yeah, when I
random
stopped
GTA
at
lobby
stoplight
once
for a while.
and dropped down to the airport just for a faster means of travel, and there was legitimately like 4 people in small prop aircraft lining up after each other on taxiways and shit. Well, okay, that's cool.
I remember reading an article years ago about the people that would get onto flight sims online and act as air traffic control, and that's all they did. Is they
I
sat
follow some
there
dude on
and
YouTube that does it.
They would
just
call
videos
out
back.
realistic air traffic control, like, and they would do, you know, just say whatever.
In Nevada, this is
the
gonna get
real
interesting.
stuff was.
Yeah, and then there's some people with Train Simulator that have a bazillion screens full of mapping information and whatnot as they drive through towns.
Yeah, people spend so much money on screens and DLC and all that for those simulators.
Yeah, who would do that? And then they buy
if
like,
you're
I bet
into
they
it.
buy like hardware to make it more realistic. Just go do the real thing, nerds.
One of my favorite Onion articles was, it showed a picture of like a scientist, and it said title was New Experiment reveals a whole bunch of dumb nerd shit.
I'm just waiting to see if Microsoft is going to say that the Xbox One X and Forza 7 will support VR, and then start pricing some shit out and see what if I'm going to make a bad decision.
Same.
I don't think it will.
We're gonna make that.
They'd have announced that already.
Well, I think
They haven't
I think
confirmed
they
or
want to roll
denied
it out
anything
slow.
when asked. So
Yeah, but
will
the
still a few
Xbox One X
months.
stats have been released, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, they would have mentioned that it could do VR.
Well, they didn't want VR to be the focus. They don't want it to be the VR thing, especially since the VR headset will be another $400 or $500. And so they don't want to.
So
they didn't want to come out and say, here's our thing, spend $1,000. That's not. That's not the
VR
they want to say.
reasonably focused.
They said the longer they wait, the more people are
all
gonna
that
invest.
stuff. Like, if it had
Is it
VR
gonna be
as a
shaped like
feature,
the
they would've
4GT?
mentioned it.
Now, if it was a
What
tiny,
if they're gonna kinda
if it was a
cars
tiny
because-
C7R, I would totally go and buy it. I would get an Xbox One X if it was a tiny C7R.
Totally a GT, and then the rear lights sort of
I mean, you could probably do a
the
case
eyes.
mod for that.
probably.
A good number of PS4 games got made because of VR, so that might be why they're not making it a focus.
Yeah, you don't want to make it the focus because then people say, oh, well, I don't want VR. And then they say, well, I have no reason to buy it now. So, I don't know. Well, but
People
it
used to
will.
say
I
the
mean,
same thing about
people
solid
have-
state.
It's still
I
pretty
think
early
they
on.
make it compatible with like Samsung phones. You can buy like a $40 thing, click your Samsung phone into it, it becomes VR.
Yeah. VR comes in many forms right now. It's going to just keep getting cheaper and cheaper as the hardware to do it gets cheaper. So it'll be fine. Yes, it does. No, I have the Pixel, and I have a headset, and it does awesome
Phone gyroscopes
stuff.
are remarkably accurate.
Yeah. The issue is that it doesn't have. What do you mean? Right, but everyone already has it on the phone. If you could get it so that, like, instead of having to buy an Xbox headset, there was an Xbox headset app that I plugged my phone into, and it could sync fast enough and do whatever, and so you don't need to buy a headset, you just use the phone you already have. Well, there you go. That cost is gone.
Looks like the brick cars are finally getting close together again.
Just realized
TJ,
my
have you
final
started your
lap.
final lap yet?
Yes, we have. I just crossed the line, so he's a ways ahead.
I'm not gonna get lapped. Yay! Unless I screw up.
My goal is to get a clean lap. I haven't had one yet.
I am 2.8 seconds up and clean.
I have never
All
had a
of my clean
lap.
laps so far have either been ruined by being very, very close to DJ for the first half of the race, or me crashing like a moron.
Yeah, I got to
Honest?
within 8,000.
Yeah, the only really bad lap
No,
I had
9,000.
comparison, but I don't think it was
Jesus.
15 seconds.
Car, go fucking straight!
When, before I pitted, I was only 1,500 away from Cal.
I was hoping to watch you pull a clean lap for the GT
Oh, yeah.
course.
Oh, I'm still clean, but I'm probably about 4 seconds.
I'm just trying to copy your style so I can try applying it
I'm
to
just
a
annoyed that not a
Plus
single
3.5.
Not a single GT
Plus 3.5 when on previous laps I was minus
genuinely last.
I was minus 1 once. Better than playing the division.
I was just gonna get my
There's
run around
much
in
banter in the
time
division.
and Oh, I don't know. I didn't have my mic plugged in. I haven't played the Division in months, and I got on and I noticed that they had actually fixed something that people have been complaining about since it came out. So, they have loadouts now, so you can go in and save a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Of course, I didn't have all the parts to make one, so I didn't actually bother testing it. So I just used the same thing I always use. It looks like they got rid of some of the stuff that they had. That maybe it wasn't popular. Yeah, I was super excited about Wildlands before it came out, and even during the beta, I really liked it. And then the game came out, and the Switch came out like the same week, and I just didn't care because Breath of the Wild is better.
I was really let down by Wildlands. I thought it was going to be a great game. Just like a massive open world, still really one shot, one kill style Ghost Recon, and then you.
Yeah.
Cleared the catering.
Battle.
Link.
8:32.
Yes, Langton, I think by the end of this, I will be exactly 1 pit behind you. Which I'm pretty happy with.
Is the last GT car?
I am 67,000 behind DJ.
Okay. Yeah, you're not in danger of getting left. Maybe if there's another like 5 laps on this race.
Nope.
They're finally going to catch each other in the final lap.
Oh. Still a better love story than Twilight.
Oh my god, it's 10-10.
This is my only clean lap out of this whole
Come on, little Jag. One more lap.
I got in the tank slapper exiting the Schumacher curves, and I didn't recover it until the next left-hander.
All my clean laps have been in or out. It's so annoying.
It's a wall I haven't hit in a while. It's just proper slammed into the right-hand wall coming onto the Nordschleife.
No, not visually. Weird.
My wing's back?
I didn't see your wing back.
Maybe it's because it's a newer car, they just added
He's still missing it on my screen.
I want the final results to accurately represent the Jag. Link to
Smashes backwards into wall.
Last
out of
place,
homologation.
with the or with the mechanical failure.
Let's not talk about my Le Mans result, please. Blowing up my engine at the last lap.
Still sad I didn't get to participate in that, but Father's Day takes precedence.
Yeah. I mean, I was out of time. At first I was really excited to run my Gallardo livery at Le Mans, and then I ditched that for the Bentley, and I was excited to run my MTB Bentley, but that didn't work out.
Okay, it's got to stay alive for 5 more minutes.
Meanwhile, in DJ Land.
Is it too early to start celebrating a win?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, just start doing your victory donuts, like, right now.
Don't be Toyota.
Too soon, too soon.
Yeah, last year is still
Clean
too soon.
842. Or no, dirty 842.
This year's too soon, too.
No, this year was a joke. This year was hilarious.
Yeah.
Tragic, but it's hilarious. Last year is still just
Last year was still
KMS.
If they didn't have those issues,
Whoa,
Toyota would've
DJ!
had that
And DJ has lost his wing. Rip.
Oh, is it bad enough he'll lose 5,000 feet?
No.
How about
He got on
31,000?
pretty quick. He got back on the track pretty quick.
No!
Imagine if we had done this race with Donnie Brown.
Oh, and he slid again. Or no,
I would
is
have
he
been
now just
fairly
doing-
alright
You're
if
not
we'd
just
had
doing it
damage
for
on.
show. You're doing it for show now, aren't you? Yeah,
Oh my
if
God,
damage
this
had been
is
on,
going
that
to
would have
be-
been his back end.
This is going to be my only clean lap, and it's going to be a slow one.
Do you think I can drift the carousel?
Yes.
If
He's
you're gonna do it right
crashed,
now,
flipped.
I'll let you know.
camera,
I need to
please.
make my lap
Camera.
dirty.
How far away are you
I'm
from the
still.
camera? Actually, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to switch to DJ to catch him crossing the line.
Oh yeah, I'm like 20 seconds out still.
Okay,
I
through the
was
final
running
couple of
into
kinks,
24
sliding just a little
earlier,
bit,
it's gonna show
sliding
like
again,
28.
and onto the straight. And the winner of the RIGTC final is DJ!
And I'm coming up to it.
Robo, the only battle remaining is probably the Battle of the Brits.
There's Floofy.
Oh my God, this team map is
And
so
if I can
slow.
switch to chair in
28.
time,
Oh God,
come on
why?
camera. There we go.
That's the other thing I was very fixed. The
Okay,
delay was
Plankton, I'm guessing
I had
I already
splits
missed you
for
going through the
24
carousel.
flat whole
Yeah.
race.
Alright, let's see what's going on with the right
Good
battle.
choice.
Good
That's
DJ. Shame I made some mistakes. I was hoping to stick with you. You need to take that car out for a nice seafood dinner.
Never call it again.
That's it. I'm going home. It doesn't get better than that. We have peaked.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, that's not the line.
I caught that.
Jeez. Nothing
I
happened.
caught that.
Come on,
Mark's
Jack,
coming
come
right
on,
as he
come
went
on,
over
come
the
on.
hill. Over the curb.
Oh, does that mean I can drift this one?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well,
It
you
didn't
did
work.
not do that well.
Fuck!
Does anyone remember the touring car race where Terran was like, "Oh, I can just straight line the final chicane, so it'll be all right." That's all I'm thinking of right now, heading towards them.
No.
You managed to go sideways pretty hard into the wall for one of them. Car doesn't look that bad.
What just happened?
Okay. Oh no.
What
I
just
lost
happened?
both my mirrors on like the first lap.
Blinkyton, oh goodness.
You didn't see what happened, did you?
I didn't see what happened, but I saw you going slow through the chicane there, so I'm guessing
Oh,
something
shit.
bad happened. And across the line, 4th place, Plankton. And class winner. And just not too
Finally.
far behind him. the cap.
That is.
And then making his debut in this series, we have, well, Sweater, but he's still a ways back.
So I guess I did have a clean lap, and it was slow.
And Sweater is across the line. Now Cal.
Wonder if my car can run out of fuel before
Come
the
on,
race
Cameron.
timer runs out.
Yes, Mr.
Dog,
Fuzzy
the driver
Paws.
doesn't care.
Oh,
Just drive it.
Cal! There's a battle, never gonna come to a close. Crinkle, crinkle.
I'm not gonna lie, that whole last lap, I was giving this thing everything. Just trying to stay in front and not. Yeah, I know, that was where I thought I was gonna lose it. No, my last lap was 8:43.
Alright, KC's made it to the back straight. Almost.
Probably the only time I'm ever gonna run this car. Rest in peace, Teku McLaren. This is the only RIGTC race where I actually finished based off of like pace and not crashing a ton or getting rubber banded into on frickin' Kemmel Straight, destroying my car with like a lap left.
My eyes hurt.
It's last in class.
Last in class,
art
it's
car.
KC. And now we just got the one remaining BMW.
And my car is
First
running on
place.
hopes and dreams now.
So BMW is like Le Mans and LMP1 this year. Only one finishing.
Oh my god, you are way back there.
No.
Oh, that's that.
He eased our suffering.
Let's watch the driver level go up.
Only 10
won
more
5
levels
spins.
until the holy number of 420.
Wow, that was a long race.
Okay, guys, it's been a pleasure. I need to go to bed.
See you, Plankton.
Yeah. I'm gonna... Oh yeah. I think he's already done.
Oh, he's gone.
pardon.
Well, that's it for the Twitch stream.
Mine died with like 3 laps to go.
Well, it didn't make me